Greetings and welcome to the Mount Rushmore podcast. My name is Jeff, and I'm sitting outside on a beautiful, sunny summer evening with a fella named
Richard
and a dude named
Michael.
And we are going to debate and deliberate the most ubiquitous aspects of many topics here in this podcast. But this time around, it's the Mount Rushmore of annoying cartoon characters. Woohoo! Yay! We've probably done cartoon type things.
Yeah, bits and
times.
pieces here and
Bugs
there.
Bunny, secondary villains was one.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, this is a fun, broader topic that we can address. Now, these aren't the likable, mature, amiable, convivial cartoon characters.
No, these are the ones that really get under your skin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think on our last escapade, Richard went first. So this time around, Michael, you go first.
Okay. My first choice is probably what undeniable, which is Scrappy-Doo.
Oh, okay.
Also on my list.
Good. My son, Felix, has been really into Scooby-Doo lately. He loves it. He loves watching this goddamn show. It's great because it's got monsters.
Yeah.
And the monsters ultimately turn out to be people, and the underlying story is the monsters aren't real, and it's really just humans that are like...
The humans are the monsters.
That's
a great
humans
lesson
are
to teach you.
grifters, and
They turn to the audience. You are the monster, the at-home viewer.
Humans are the scam artists and the grifters and the horrible people behind it all, just trying to like get a buck and whatever, and they put on a creature costume, a tar monster costume, or a werewolf, and whatever. So, it's actually a really good show because, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy are these two cowards, and they overcome their cowardice, and Velma's this wonderful character where she is the smart one and always kind of... They're all pretty... she's like the extra smart one, but none of them are really dumb, except for Scooby-Doo.
Well, except for maybe... Shaggy.
Shaggy's just focused on food. He's got a one-track mind, which is getting to the pantry and, doing a double-decker sardine beans and Scoob. Zoinks. What a great cartoon performance by Casey Kasem. Yes. Well, fast forward, 10 years. The show started in like 1969 or 1970, and they introduced Scooby-Doo's nephew, Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah.
Now, he'd had other relatives on the show, Scooby-Dum, also Scooby-Dee, which was like the lady Scooby-Doo, who's like basically like the Sandra Dee sort of like movie star, far-flung relative of Scooby-Doo. And then Scrappy-Doo gets dropped into his life, and this guy sucks. He sucks. He is an annoying...
The cousin Oliver.
He's the cousin Oliver. He is so grating in that he thinks the world of his uncle, and he thinks that his uncle is brave. Nobody thinks this.
Yeah.
He thinks that he is the toughest guy in the world. He's 1 foot nothing. He has all of this energy, and you're just like, oh my God, this guy's getting... He's getting into us into more trouble than we really need to be, and we got to just humor him because our nephew's here for how long? I don't know. He's just here now, and it's just like, oh, fucking Scrappy-Doo, and he's terrible. I've watched way too much of him.
Yeah.
That's. I'm sorry for you that you've had to watch any amount of Scrappy-Doo, much less a lot of Scrappy-Doo lately.
You picked him too.
Yeah, and for many of the same reasons that Michael already quite eloquently touched on. But, he is, like I said, he's the cousin Oliver of the show. It was at some point, it was almost like, these characters are getting to be too sophisticated and mature for our audience. These stories that we're telling about Old Man Witherby or whatever. Is there anything we can do to really get the younger audience, and by younger audience we mean 2 to 4 year olds, to start watching the show? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that who was the target audience for Scooby-Doo back in the day?
Boy, my brother and I, that was about the only thing we agreed upon.
7 to 10 year old.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so it must have been, there's no way a 7 or 10 year old is entertained by Scrappy-Doo. It must have been for a younger kid.
So as I am now a connoisseur of all of the three and more different Scooby-Doo shows. Where Are You, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo Mysteries, and then the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show. The Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show started out their first season with full 22-minute shows with a very standard Monster of the Week sort of thing. Then they shifted over after that to these smaller, like 8-minute shows that just featured Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy-Doo, and who knows what happened to the other 3 kids. But they're these shorter episodes that don't go anywhere. Like, there's no big resolve. There's nothing like, there's no great mystery. Just things kind of happen, and then there's a monster, and then they end. And Felix was watching when he's like, that's short. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I like the long ones. I was like, yeah, me too. So we tried to go back to watching some of the other Scooby-Doos. But like you said, I think that they were geared towards a Saturday morning 2-part sort of, you know, if you have a half hour of television, you can do, 2 8-minute things, and that's 16 minutes, and you get a bunch of commercials in there, and you just, there you go. And
you talked about his other Scooby's other relatives. What in the social contract was Scrappy violating that those others didn't? His age he was younger, right?
Yeah, he's
a pup.
He's a pup. Yeah, a pup named Scrappy-Doo. He's much younger, and he's just like, he's so full of this.
And he's like got so much energy.
It's this obnoxious.
But it's like you said, it's an obnoxious type of energy. It's this sort of like, come on, let's go get him. Let's go fight. Come on. Yeah, it's like, he reminds me of Sylvester's kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm. He's always like saying things like, I'm going to set up a Scrappy trap. And then like Scooby and like Shaggy look at each other and like, they almost deadpan to the camera and like, what are you talking about? He's like, let me at him. And you're just like, what is...
It's funny because it also puts them in the adult role now.
Yes.
These were the doofuses a second ago, and now they got to be the grown-ups. That's interesting.
They can barely control themselves when they're around a giant sandwich that they're folding together like a stack of cards. They're not in no way able to care for a 3-year-old suddenly coming around.
Shuffling cold cuts. Yeah. Do we know what city it was that they were in? Because there is a preponderance of
they're all over the place.
Ghostly, like if Zillow was to like have a map of all the abandoned theme parks.
I mean, they went down.
Must have been Detroit then.
Detroit, yeah.
The Okefenokee Swamp. They're up,
yeah.
They, sometimes they'd be in
a castle.
I watched one where they were in Greece when they fought a Minotaur.
Oh wow.
They're globetrotters.
Yeah.
The one time they met Don Knotts.
They probably met the Globetrotters.
Yeah, they did.
Speaking of.
Yeah. So I am glad that Scrappy-Doo has not been sexualized as Velma Dinkley has been in the Instagram cosplay world. Weird, awkward side note. So, okay. So, Richard, what is your second choice?
All right, my second choice. And I struggled with this one because I wasn't sure if this is more annoying or problematic. And then I kind of realized, why can't it be both? Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, okay.
Because there's nothing more annoying than sexual assault.
Yeah.
It's not only is the character extremely problematic, and we look at it today, and him chasing around this poor cat that wants nothing to do with him, and it's very cringeworthy, and like, this is not great.
Yeah. It's
but
stalking.
It's stalking at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And refusing to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
But even as a character, he sucks. I mean, what is his character? His character is supposed to be what, Maurice Chevalier or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's basically all his character is.
Yeah.
It's like this one note, no depth of character to it whatsoever. Mm-hmm. If you have seen one Pepe Le Pew cartoon, you have seen all of the Pepe Le Pew cartoons.
We have no rooting interest in his accomplishing his goal.
No, I don't want him to ever hook up with anything.
Yeah.
Cat, skunk, nothing.
Yeah.
No, go away.
I don't want to see a cross-species intercourse.
No,
happen.
I certainly don't want that. Yeah. But I also I don't think any skunk deserves him at that point.
Yeah. That's interesting. What do you think, like, at the time, like, I remember as a kid watching it and wondering, like, well, where did this come from?
Right.
Because I didn't come here for this.
Yeah, because as a kid,
Yeah.
you're not into interspecies
Yeah.
boning. That's not what you watch the Looney Tunes hour for. You
Uh-huh.
want to see Wile E. Coyote get an anvil dropped on his head.
Well, you might have seen a pig and a frog on the Muppets or something like that. But
Right,
Yeah,
but that's
I think with the Pepe Le Pew, you're just mostly interested to see how that cat gets that white stripe.
yeah.
We're like,
what type of paint is he is good?
What is the
What's
how
the
is it
wet
gonna-
paint?
I see. It was a
It was a bench that she rubbed up against or something.
it was a flagpole, one of those horizontal flagpoles that she jumped up and fell down. I gotcha. That's a good one. How many of them this ended with him being like, "C'est la vie," everyone?
Most of them ended with somehow her getting sprayed with love potion
Oh.
and then attacking him after he realizes that she's actually a cat.
Yeah.
And then him being freaked out.
I would also say as a kid, like, if you were, I don't know, Bugs Bunny trying to steal something, or like I don't know, like homicide, I could understand immediately, but love, it was something you're like, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to see
Yeah, it was
more.
not for an 8-year-old. No.
It's funny when sometimes there are some Looney Tunes characters that cross over. Like Bugs Bunny can interplay with Daffy and Porky Pig, and I don't know if he's ever been in an episode, a cartoon with Foghorn Leghorn, but I could see that. I could understand Bugs Bunny being in any situation. I can't imagine Pepe Le Pew interacting with any other cartoon character other than that poor cat.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he could. What sort of interaction is he going to have with Tweety Bird or I guess
I don't want to see him
Sylvester?
try to hump Tweety Bird.
Like, maybe he's going to go out. Maybe some. What is going on? Like,
Yeah.
maybe if there was a triangle, I could see a triangle love affair with him and Sylvester and the cat. Where
Perhaps
Sylvester,
this
now
must
you're
have
stretching,
been.
but it's not so far.
but
That
he's
could
not like
work.
I don't see him as like an intercompany crossover creature the way that
Yeah.
Bugs
Most
or
of the
Daffy
other
or
ones
the other
are,
ones.
yeah.
I could definitely see producers thinking this is a animated short subject that is great before a movie, but it's not necessarily for kids, because that's one thing I keep forgetting, is that all these things weren't made for young people. They're made for family audiences, and adults would watch these before a feature film anyway. So maybe Pepe was better better before Pillow Talk or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, your second one is what, Michael Woodfield?
Mike Wazowski from Monsters, Inc.
Oh, wow.
He is such a selfish, hateful little character that is only in it for himself, that he is just so
Hot
annoying.
take.
Yeah, that
Hot
is
take.
a hot take. That's
He is only barely redeemable by the end of the movie, but I can't stand him.
really.
I
Do you-
can't-
do you not like Billy?
stand him.
Do you not like Billy Crystal?
I do like Billy Crystal. I understand that he's playing basically Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
That was why I asked, because he's basically doing himself.
But within like I don't understand their friendship. I mean, I guess that he is there as like this little sidekick type character to support Sully, the John Goodman giant monster, but he's also there to kind of. He's supposed to be the one that helps him out with everything too.
Is he the sidekick?
I would think so. Sully is definitely the lead in the movie.
I don't know about
As
that.
scarers, they were partners, and I think
Yes, but one is the scarer and one is the guy that assists the scarer.
yeah,
You know, Sully is the one that
is the doorman. Or,
he crosses over. He's the one that brings Boo back into the world. He's the one that recognizes that she, Sully. Mike is there to get in the way, not file paperwork when he should be filing paperwork, to be annoyed by everything that Boo is doing. And I just think he's just an annoying little guy. And, he does come around at the end, and I guess he's the, quote, funny one between the two, but
yeah.
I could see less
In
of him.
Monster Universe,
Never seen it.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead. Ruin it for me,
kind
please,
of
this almost 10-year-old movie.
Well, yeah, Mike is definitely trying to find his place as a scarer, and he is not succeeding in that role immediately, and then finds his way in supporting Sullivan. But yeah, it does seem like he's not fit for the role, and he's really kind of about hooking up with what's-her-head.
Yeah. Medusa lady.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jennifer Tilly
Yeah.
as a snake woman. But, he's in it for himself. He's in it for, like, the new car. He's in it for...
Yeah.
He's not scaring for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I think had Joe Pesci not existed, we might not be used to that character on screen, because it seemed like we'd had those kind of little scrappy little... Oh, Scrappy! Oh, my God.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. All right, that's a good one. Richard III. No, halftime.
Yeah, halftime.
Guys, do the thing. Let me ask you seriously. Do we need to keep doing this thing? This middle act thing?
Yeah.
We do?
It's a nice break. I don't think we necessarily need to...
Make it long.
Make it long? I'll make it short.
But maybe you can reflect on how we're doing already.
Oh.
Like a halftime.
Okay.
Like halftime in a football game.
Okay.
Looks like Richard's really screwing up the point there, and Michael's going to have to come back. I don't know.
Now it's halftime, and this halftime's brought to you by an annoying cartoon weasel. Hey, everybody. I'm the annoying cartoon weasel. Yeah, I just come in here,
exactly
stand
what we
right
want.
next to the villain.
This is did Who Framed Roger Rabbit just break out?
Yeah, I'm picking my, cleaning under my fingernails with a stiletto. That's what I'm doing. I'm here
David
to sing.
Landers showed up.
Hello. I say, yeah, Winfield. Yeah, you think you're doing pretty good, huh? Well, you Scrappy-Doo, and you're denigrating the Pixar favorite character, Mike Wazowski. Yeah, pretty proud of yourself. Richard Manfredi, huh? What do you got against Warner Brothers characters and the skunk just trying to make something out of his life, huh? What do you got against that? All right, okay, we're done with our halftime. And but I do want to ask you guys to go out and suggest topics. Nobody's done it in a while. Have they?
No, if you can hear the crickets.
Yeah.
We can hear crickets while we're outside recording. There are
editorializing the shit out of our... Oh, my God. We'd love to hear what topics you'd like for us to discuss. That would be super cool. So do that on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we're back. And Manfredi is going to list his third?
God, Woody Woodpecker.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yes.
Oh, Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker, everybody. Just a bird I would like to see stuffed with chestnuts and roasted over a fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was, for me growing up, that was what was on the independent station that couldn't afford any of the good cartoons.
Yeah.
So you wound up with like Tennessee Tuxedo and Heckle and Jekyll
Oh, yeah.
and all of those. What's the I Love Mises to Pieces? Which one is that?
Yeah,
There's
I
the
don't
cat
know.
that's like best friends with the mice.
Boy, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was a thing. Or like Top Cat,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
And Woody Woodpecker was
Yeah.
it was like the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
It was essentially
Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinx.
yes, thank you.
Wow.
That was going to drive me nuts. It's basically third-rate Bugs Bunny,
Yeah.
but with a lead character that you have no interest or desire to see succeed, because he is always just out there to annoy the general public. With Bugs Bunny, it's always the bad guy. Bugs Bunny's just trying to live his life, man. He's underground with his robe on and his carrot, eating his carrots, just trying to enjoy the newspaper. And somebody comes along to try to disrupt this. And with Woody Woodpecker, more or less, Woody Woodpecker is just being a dick. Just for no reason.
Yeah.
And just gives you, again, much like with Pepe Le Pew, gives you no reason to want to see him succeed at all.
Mm-hmm.
And just the voice is so shrill and annoying. Originally done by Mel Blanc, by the way.
Oh.
Which is a little surprising considering how fucking miserable it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if Woody Woodpecker had never graced my life, I would have been a happier person.
Seemed like there was more incidences of curvy Rita Hayworth type women standing behind sheer curtains in that cartoon too. There was more
True.
lascivious.
I
stuff.
think of that more as a Tex Avery thing, maybe,
Okay.
than a Woody Woodpecker thing.
Okay.
So I would see more.
Yeah.
I picture more Droopy Dog
Okay.
having a lot of that
Oh,
happening.
okay. As a kid, I remember thinking, with holding him in the same esteem that you did, thinking he was kind of classless. Like it was kind of like
Yeah, low rent.
low rent.
Like the animation stuff was like really like janky kind of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
thing was just
I
a
think
poor performance.
Walter Lantz was also kind of a self-styled Walt Disney. Like he wanted to be
Yeah,
the person
he
who
was-
spoke to you before the cartoon.
Yeah, he was like the dime store Disney.
I'm looking at the Walter Lantz logo, and it looks like basically a Walt Disney sort of script as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Woody Woodpecker, the official mascot of Universal Studios.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know how they got
Official?
official. That's what I saw on Wikipedia.
Wow.
So I don't know how they got there. Of all the not Frankenstein's monster
Yeah.
or anything like that. Woody freaking Woodpecker.
Wow.
Who knows?
Wow.
Who knows what kind of contractual obligations there were to make that happen?
I guess not fine art has always been successful anyway. So there's a place for a burger
Yep.
on the menu at most restaurants.
Shit burger. But yeah.
All right. Okay, Winfield, what do you got?
Well,
Number two.
Richard alluded to it earlier. Roger Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Who really is
Taking him down.
Just-
Yeah, going down a peg.
well, he's annoying. I
Yeah.
think he is purposefully annoying. He's
Yes.
there to
Eddie Valiant's kind of opposite. Is
yeah,
this,
where he is kind of calm and reserved and over it. Woody,
Roger.
Roger, thank you, is just high energy, in your face, doesn't know when to stop, can't stop. He's, at times unable to stop, shaving a haircut's 2 bits, can't stop, sort of
Yeah.
just this frantic, just ball of energy. And he's so different from other cartoon raps. He's so different from Bugs Bunny. He's so different. He's more in line with Woody Woodpecker, where you're just like,
It's just frantic energy.
you just want to shut him up. You just want him to slow down and take a breath and just, the simpering. Oh my God! You just want to and he does strangle him. You want to get rid of him. You want to throw him in the dip.
You
could
understand
see
why Eddie Valiant hates cartoon characters?
why the evil
Hates
judge wants to get rid of these goddamn tunes. Are they going to be crazy like him, or what? I don't know. But he's so perfect in it. He is like that. He's written to be annoying. He's written to be mildly sympathetic, but ultimately you just want to kick him in the balls.
Yeah, for sure. The Richard, is it Richard Fleischer? Is the voice is not Richard Max Fleischer? I forget that guy who Robert.
It's Richard something.
Richard.
I thought, but maybe not.
Yeah, I think it's Richard Fleischer. Also directed Popeye. So, but anyway,
We're gonna look this up.
the
Charles Fleischer.
Charles
Charles
Fleischer,
Fleischer.
yeah, the comic is an amazing vocal impersonator. Like he does all kinds of great voices. And I remember hearing him on like a morning show, a radio show, where he was doing John Lennon doing his apology. If you remember, Lennon said, Jesus,
They were
The
bigger
Beatles,
than
yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
and he was like, I'm not saying that Roger's better than Bugs. It's just something that I said, and I was wrong. It's like, oh my God, you can be like that, but instead you're acting like Roger Rabbit. Like, yeah, the cacophony, the kind of insipid neediness of Roger Rabbit. Like,
Yeah.
you just stop auditioning. You already got the part of cartoon character.
Yeah,
You know,
he's constantly trying to please whoever is immediately in front of him. He's this vaudeville rabbit turned up to
Yeah.
22, and you're
And
just,
was I always just the only one confused about? Is he having sex with a woman named Jessica? She's not. She's not a rabbit, right? She's just her last name is Rabbit because his last name.
Again, more interspecies.
Interspecies boning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow. Those are 2. You're just slashing and burning at the corporation that I work for. So, all right, that's fine. All right, Richard.
All right. So my last choice, Michael. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Have you been exposed to the hellscape that is Caillou?
No, I've somehow avoided that.
Thank the gods.
Felix, I don't know what age Caillou is pointed towards.
Well, the kid is 4 in the show.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's geared towards kids that age.
Okay, see, Felix, he doesn't even want to watch, like, Daniel Tiger anymore.
Oh,
Daniel
good.
Tiger is, like, nice and harmless and sweet and gentle, and he's, like, he only wants to watch Scooby-Doo and Wild Kratts. That's it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Caillou, on the other hand, is this bald-headed shit who is just has the where he's voiced by a 10-year-old girl, that kind of voice, and it's just he is very accurate towards most 4-year-olds, in that he's frequently upset or whining about something or needs something from his parents. And the whole point of it is supposed to be how his parents and his family kind of help him walk through all the frustrations that he has in life.
Okay.
But in practice, it is just like, I remember watching it and thinking, I have a 4-year-old who does all of these annoying things. I don't need to see this on my television projected back at me repeatedly. My mother, one time, she was watching Vivian, and Vivian must have been 4 or 5, maybe a little bit younger than that. And we were at my sister's house, and we had a stack of DVDs, and the one that was in the TV was Caillou. And my mom didn't know how to work the DVD player didn't know that we had other DVDs. So they just watched this one Caillou DVD on a loop for like 4 hours.
Brutal.
And my mom got back, or when we got back, my mom just like, I never want to see that little round-headed bastard again. Those were her exact words.
It's so funny when the voice of a character really just becomes this really annoying, grating. I can't remember what we were watching. Emily and I were watching something with an annoying kid's voice, but you can tell it was an adult doing a kid's voice. Yeah. And there's something that's so off-putting by that, just that little aspect, and it's an adult trying to be younger can sometimes feel so phony. There's a great show if you want to check out a show that's obviously way too old for your kids, but Bluey.
I've heard good things about it. Yeah,
incredible. It's on Disney Plus. It's an Australian cartoon about this dog family. They live in a house and all that stuff, but they have like a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, 2 daughter dogs named Bluey and Bingo, and they're just very imaginative and the parents are they deal with their kids' imagination, and they show a lot of play, a lot of hands-on play. But the kid's voice, why I'm trying to get to this, they're done by kids that are kids of the people that do the show.
Yeah.
So it's very authentic. The reactions feel very much like within, it sounds like a kid. That was one of the things that I liked about, I like a lot of most everything, except for Mike Wazowski on Monsters, Inc. But Boo's voice was like, they just recorded somebody's daughter running around the office, and it's just, the giggles are so accurate, and like the voice on Bluey is accurate. So I don't know if Caillou had,
like I said, had like 10, 11-year-old girls doing the voice of a 4-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Which is always, I think, a high annoyance level.
All right, Michael Winfield.
My last annoying cartoon character is one of my favorites.
Oh.
It's Brak from Space Ghost Coast to Coast, or from Cartoon Planet. Now listen, Brak isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Or the Brak Show.
Or the Brak Show. Or a couple of
Aqua Teen Hunger Forces, maybe?
I don't know if he ever appeared. He might have been on an Aqua Teen, but they put out a couple of different albums, certainly based on the Cartoon Planet music. But Brak is just the most endearing, annoying cartoon character that has ever been created. Voiced by a guy named Andy Merrill. It is so he is so insufferable, and he's just like the kid in the back seat saying, "Are we there yet? Are
Yeah.
we there yet? Are we there yet?" But you love him because he's just dopey, and
Roses are red, violets are blue. It's time for Poetry Corner. Yahoo!
he's so happy and well-meaning, and just he wants to please, but I don't know. You have to experience Brak to.
It's hard to explain.
He's hard to explain. He's a tiki space cat.
Yeah.
And he's on a cartoon series with a kind of superhero
With
space
Adam
guy.
West.
Yeah, with Adam
Yeah.
West and giant evil mantis thing that wants to kill them both.
Okay,
And
I'm
Moltar.
confused. Brak isn't the mantis?
No, the mantis is
Zorak.
Zorak.
Brak,
Oh, man.
he kind of looks, he's got like a red and blue face. He looks like kind of like a tiki guy,
Okay.
but he kind of,
Oh, okay.
hey, beans. And he's annoying, but he's endearing. And
Okay.
he's like you said, he's almost like a
An oaf?
dog brought to life.
Oh.
yes, he's a big
Dumb dog.
annoying, doofy dog that but with like a kid's sort of sensibility about
Yeah.
singing, and he kind of just takes it from Space Ghost. He doesn't. Zorak is also annoying, but he's
In a
more,
different way,
He's
yeah.
more of a person that gets annoyed by everything. I don't think Brak gets annoyed by anything. He just like, okay, this is what it is now.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Fun choices, dude. Okay, are you going to self-analyze this time? Does anybody want to self-analyze?
No.
Okay.
I don't think we need to.
Okay.
I would hate to be in a room with all these people at the same time.
Oh, God. Yes. Oh, my God. Especially your guys, like Mike and Roger vying for who's the most annoying and funny one. And like,
Oh, yeah.
nightmare.
The one-upsmanship, yeah.
Yeah. Or like Pepe Le Pew and Woody Woodpecker vying for thirstiest, like, ugh. Yeah.
Horniest woodland creature.
Horniest woodland creature. Just fucking each other, just for like.
Just get
why-
over
Let's
it.
just do it. Okay, going with just because I feel like you're speaking truth to power. Mike Wazowski. Well, got to go with Scrappy-Doo, and it brought back. It's funny the French have not fared well, I think, in popular entertainment in America. So Pepe Le Pew, that's a funny one. And you know what? I also screw Roger Rabbit. Let's go with Roger Rabbit. So,
That was a good one.
Okay. This has been the Mount Rushmore of annoying cartoon characters. I, as always, am Luigi. I should have. That's all I came up with, Luigi. Oh my God.
I'm Richard. Boing, oing, 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 oing.
Hi, Michael.
We did it. Good job. That is the.